It didn't take long to find out who the spy was. Really, there's only one person it could have been. Black Chrysanthemum had stayed around for a few days. He said it was because he'd like to watch the Rancor eat, which suited me just fine. Having a Wookiee stand behind you raises the intimidation levels in moments like this. I'll let chsmge talk first. "My lord," he said, "how can I be of service?" I got right to the point. "You've been selling information about me and the ongoings of this establishment to at least Bosk, but I'm sure there are others." She's began to backpedal. "Master Fett, I don't know where you're getting your information from, but I can assure you, I'm your humble, loyal servant." I countered, "Don't waste my time. The only information I want out of you is who else paid you and what did you tell them?" Understanding the situation, she straightened up and said, "If I give you that information, I'm a dead man, and they'll do far worse things to me than you will." I leaned forward and said, "You worked here too long under Bib Fortuna. You forgot what it's like to have a Rancor in the palace." Realization came over chsmge's face. At the very moment I engaged the trap door, Chrysanthemum chuckled in excitement, but I had to shoot him down. "I'm sorry, my friend, but the Rancor just ate. Cheese is gonna have to sit there for a little while." And then I called out, "8D8, get over here." The torture droid entered the room. We'd been using him as a protocol droid until we can afford to get a new one. 8D8 began. "How can I help you, sir? Should I torture this Wookiee for you?" Chrysanthemum snarled, and I laughed. "No, that won't be necessary. I understand the major domos in this facility always have an understudy. Can you find chsmge's understudy and bring him to me?" 88 replied, "What method of torture will we be using on this prisoner?" I said, "No, I'm looking for chsmge's understudy, not a prisoner. And we're not torturing anyone today. I'll let you know if that changes." The droid said, "But sir, chsmge's understudy is a prisoner. One I've tortured on a few occasions." I said, "Thanks. I'll keep all that in mind. Just bring him up here." Then I turned to Black Chrysanthemum and said, "Do me a favor. Go collect some bounties for us. The sooner I get a new protocol droid, the better I'll feel." Chrysanthemum laughed and left. Shortly after, 8D8 walked back in the room. "As requested, Master, may I present chsmge?" In shock, I stood up. "Red, is that you?" 8D8 chimed in. "Master, you must be confused. I just told you his name was chsmge." In Rodinian, Red said, "Who are you? There's only one person that's ever called me Red." I removed my helmet and said, "I figured you died, Red. I mean, I freed you, but I did so in thinking that death was better than enslavement." Red said, "And I thank you for it, Fett." I walked through the desert for a day and a half, knowing I wasn't going to last much longer. And then one of Bib Fortuna's scavenging parties came across me. They brought me before him, where he asked me what skills I had that would be valuable enough for him to keep me around. I told him I was good with numbers and remembering things, so he made me chsmge's servant, just as chsmge was Bib Fortuna's servant under Jabba the Hutt. Red continued, "You know, When you told me your name was Boba Fett, I thought you were delusional. I never dreamed you were the actual Boba Fett. I said, well, Red, the kindness you showed me when we were with the Tuskens is about to be repaid. Take a look down in the pit. Red looked down in the pit and saw chsmge cowering down there. And I said, well, Red, you've now got his job. From the pit, chsmge yelled, Crit Zo, fantastic. You can vouch for me, my humble servant. Inform Master Fett that he can't possibly run this establishment without me, even with your help. Red said, he's right. I haven't been here that long, and I don't know the ins and outs. I hate to disappoint you, my friend, but you still need cheese. I said, no problem. chsmge. You're gonna show Red the ins and outs of running this palace. You're his servant now. You answer every question he has. As long as he's learning, you're living. Failure to answer any question, failure to accomplish any task, and any hint of betrayal will result in your immediate execution. She's bowed. Anything to get out of and stay out of this pit, my master. 8D8 spoke up. I'm sorry for interrupting, but Garza Whip is requesting your presence at the sanctuary. I head down to Mos Espa. I'd rather be headed into a gunfight than deal with the verbal lashing that Whip is about to give me. But I can't say it won't be deserved. The Pike Syndicate annihilated her whole business. In an effort to defuse the situation, I talk first. I'm sorry for your loss, Whip, but I don't get far. Garza quietly yells, my loss. The sanctuary has been in Mos Espa for generations. This is a loss to the whole culture. And it's your fault, Fett. If I knew this was the outcome of hiring you, I never would have done it. I sternly reply, like I said, I'm sorry for your loss. But let's deal with the here and now. Hopefully, you did as you were told, and removed any personnel or property that's irreplaceable. We're gonna move that to my palace. I've got a whole area set aside for you, and you can operate there rent-free until this building is rebuilt. In complete shock, Whip said, you planned this. You shot that Pike knowing they would do this to my business. I said yes. Sometimes to get rid of infestation, you've got to burn down the whole field. But I give you my word. You will be whole again. Whip snarled. You take everything from me, and then ask me to trust you. I said no. I took everything from you, and am giving you no choice but to trust me. Days went by, and the sanctuary was successfully moved to my palace. And it was getting a lot of traffic, despite being completely out of the way. People were excited to go to a place that wasn't a spice den. Fennec Shan had returned, just in time to receive the visitor that I'd been waiting for. We sat in silence for a good long while, until the Pike decided to speak. I'm here to obtain an apology and come to an agreement. I said, that's funny. You blow up a business under my protection and kill one of my men. I thought you were here to apologize to me. Not taking the bait, the Pike replied, an eye for an eye. Business disrupted, man killed. We're even. Because we're going into this agreement in such a bloody manner. We'll give you half of what we gave Bib Fortuna to stay out of our business. I said no. You peddle your poison where I tell you to peddle your poison. If an establishment has my name on it, you best come ask for permission." The pike laughed, the first emotion he showed in this whole encounter. "And what name is that? Do you expect anyone to believe you're the real Boba Fett? And even if you were, you're still only one man, against arguably the strongest criminal syndicate in the galaxy. Take the money like a good underling, and stay out of our way." I calmly said, "You can have your syndicate, but what's mine is mine, and I'll kill anyone who tries to take it. You can go." When the pike was out of the room, Fennec Shan stood next to me and said, "You've been busy while I was gone. We've got a lot to talk about."